Dun 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 dun.
One moment, please. Good evening from the White House in Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
My fellow citizens, tonight, although I am speaking to the whole nation, I am thinking of my hometown. And I hope as you listen, each one of you will think of your hometown. I speak for the American community and for two great organizations that grew out of it and are a part of it, the Community Chest and the United Service Organizations. The Community Chest inspires all citizens to work together and give together for the health and happiness of the whole community. And the USO is one of the most notable examples in our day of a generous community spirit which goes beyond the hometown boundaries. A spirit which brings the universal hometown touch to millions of servicemen and women who are far from home. During these next few weeks, in cities and towns all over this country, more than 1 million volunteers, men and women, will ask their fellow citizens to give generously to a great project, that of raising $170 million by voluntary gifts to maintain the work of Community Chest Red Feather Health and Welfare Services. We must continue to provide neighborhood services and neighborhood hospitality to our home folks still away from home. Our people still engaged in the unfinished business of the war need the USO. That is why, at the urgent request of General Eisenhower, Admiral Nimitz, General Bradley, and the servicemen and women themselves, I have personally asked the USO to continue its work through 1947. Picture to yourself the folks served by the USO. There is your hometown veteran, lying in the hospital with a fractured spine, or having his face remodeled to remove the effects of a Jap or Nazi shell, or learning to use artificial arms or legs. USO camp shows come to his bedside regularly with entertainment and cheer. There are more than 200,000 men like him in the Army, Navy, and Veterans hospitals. There's a young soldier just inducted, not very sure of himself. He needs a place to relax, to have good, honest fun, a place where he can meet the kind of men and women you would want him to meet at home. The USO provides that place. There are the servicemen and women overseas, longing for the little things that mean home. There are the soldiers and sailors on pass or furlough who need lodgings or a snack to eat between trains. There are the service wives and families traveling to meet their loved ones. Those are the people you help when you give to the USO. I like the campaign slogan this year, everybody gives, everybody benefits. It marks a significant change in our thinking about the word charity. Today, our contributions to the Community Chest are not alms given by the wealthy few to the poor. This government, through its public welfare program, has long since accepted this responsibility to see that no citizen need face hunger, unemployment, or a destitute old age. The word charity has regained its old true meaning, that of goodwill toward one's fellow man, of brotherhood, mutual help, of love. Our Community Chest contributions will go to the needy only in the sense that we are all needy at some time in some way. Children need the shelter of home and loving care. Boys and girls need helpful outlets for young energies. Old age needs comfort and kindness. Everyone may at some time need red feather services. Their presence in your community means that your needs and those of your neighbors will be met. There is another important thing that we need. We need to demonstrate to ourselves and to the world that unity and goodwill are not just words, that they really work and mean what they say. In your own hometown, the success of the community chest campaigns is convincing proof that they do. Here you will find the very elements of unity toward which the United Nations are even now patiently striving. In your community chest campaign, you will find people of all religious creeds, all political parties and racial backgrounds, in all walks of life, united in a common purpose. Here, indeed, people find common ground. They forget the many small things that divide them. They remember the one great thing that unites them, their common humanity. As President of the United States, I urge prompt, wholehearted, and universal support of your local community chest and USO campaign. Let us set the rest of the world an example in community cooperation. Let us all give, and give generously in response to these two great appeals.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is Ellsworth A. Roberts. As National President of the Community Chests of America, I know that all over this country tonight, the men and women who have volunteered to conduct these great campaigns for human welfare have listened to your words of encouragement and leadership. I am sure that tomorrow they will redouble their efforts for the benefit of everyone in and from their communities, including the men, women, and children who look to the Red Feather Services for comfort, protection, and guidance, and to the USO services for good fellowship, cheer, and entertainment. Your words tonight will stimulate each of us to do our utmost to make these campaigns succeed for the benefit of millions of Americans. We are happy that these services continue to receive their inspiration from the President of the United States.
You have heard the President of the United States and Mr. Ellsworth A. Roberts, President of the Community Chests and Councils, speaking in behalf of this year's appeal for funds for the Community Chest and United Service Organizations. The program came to you from the White House in Washington. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.